Hello prospective parents and students. My name is Mr Ward, I'm the head of the mathematics team here, and I just wanted to welcome you to our mathematics area. I'd like just to walk around and introduce you to some staff first before I talk a little bit about the curriculum. This is Miss Callaghan, she's in charge of our Key Stage 3 curriculum. Let me introduce you to, this is Mr Jones, Mr Hunt, hi. Mr Austin, Mr Bell, and our TA, Miss Goranova. This is the maths breakout area where sometimes students come out to use the ICT suites or to work in small groups. We have 7 rooms in the faculty. I'm just going to go into Mobius now to introduce you to more members of staff. We have Miss Marino and Mrs Nichols. Okay, I'm going to talk you through a little bit of our curriculum now. Students will enter in Year 7 and start studying the Key Stage 3 scheme of work, and that will progress them through to Year 9. And in Year 9 they start doing a transition into their GCSE study, which is Key Stage 4, and they do that from Year 9 to Year 11. All of our curriculum is designed to be overlapping. So our Key Stage 3 curriculum overlaps with the Key Stage 2 Years 5 and 6 curriculum, and that's so that it enables students to master the basics, and it asks them to become fluent and be able to apply those simple skills later on at Key Stage 4. So I wouldn't want people to worry if they come up from primary school thinking that they haven't mastered, for example, adding fractions together, because they will cover it again, and we will go into greater depth for those people who have already mastered that, and we try to apply those skills in new context and using new ideas. So that overlapping design is very much used to secure understanding and then progress it forwards. Our curriculum is designed to be progressive, so we try to take simple concepts early on and develop them into more complex ideas later, and we don't do it all at once. We split it into little chunks so that we constantly revisit, because the idea of our curriculum is that students learn something, then have opportunity to forget it, they revisit it and then extend it to consolidate that work, and then that cycle keeps happening around and around again. Hopefully, the more times we revisit that content, the shorter the time that they take to recall that content, which means the learning is embedded more. And that cycle is really important for us. All branches of mathematics, number, shape space, handling data and algebra are all studied at the same time. We do that to try and promote more interest rather than just do one thing at any one topic or any one time of the year. So we promote interest, and we try to promote the links between different areas of mathematics and try and interleave different topics together. We don't just want students to be good mathematicians and fluent mathematicians. We also want them to be able to apply their mathematics to real-world situations to help them when they leave school, whether it's filling in a VAT return, paying a bill, or managing their budget. We want them to be able to problem solve, we want to be able to apply their skills. And all of that problem solving is built into every unit of work. But predominantly what we want to do is we want students to enjoy their learning, we want students to enjoy their mathematics, and if they enjoy it, they're more likely to make better progress. So that's fundamentally what we want to get from them. There are lots of opportunities though beyond the curriculum. We run lots of trips and visits throughout the year. One of my favourites is taking students to Bletchley Park to look at the code-breaking skills of the mathematicians who work there, and hopefully we'll be reintroducing that trip. We run academic scholarships, which are for those students who have got a real love of mathematics, a real flair for it. They can apply to become an academic scholar, which really means extra tuition in a group of 5 or 6. And we look at really the first kind of year's study of A-level, and to go and try and give them a taste of some calculus and a taste of what A-level study might look like. Mr Hunt runs our UK Mathematics Challenge team, so every year the Key Stage 3 students will be entered into the UK Maths Challenge, which is just a bit of fun really, but it's good for problem solving and good for extending the maths that they do in the classroom. We invite the local Stamford Bridge team into lessons to help students apply their skills of probability whilst learning how to play cards and apply their maths in that real scenario. And we also elect every year some maths ambassadors whose job it is to raise the profile of maths amongst the schools and amongst the lower years. I've got Lucy here who's going to speak a little bit about what a typical lesson might look like.
I'm Lucy Tyers, I'm Maths Ambassador for the upcoming year and I'm also a Senior Prefect. A typical maths lesson would begin with a starter on the board so that if you're in the lesson early you can begin and get a feel for what's going to happen in the lesson. It might be a revisit from the previous lesson and it just gets you engaged in the lesson. You would then have Sir teach you or Miss, followed by chance for you to practice and interact with the teacher through whiteboards. Throughout the practice you'd have the opportunity to ask questions if you're stuck or ask for help, and at the end of the lesson there would often be a quiz to make sure you've understood the content, followed up by prep.